Welcome to everybody. The Colombian government has the priority to present in a timely and transparent manner the climate change report under the Convention and to make the information available for our people and policymakers. This third biennial update report, BUR3, of Colombia is a powerful science-based tool to strengthen climate action from sectors and territories in terms of mitigation and adaptation in the country. The BUR was submitted to the Convention on June 14, 2022. However, the applicable reporting period is until June 2021. In addition, the National Greenhouse Gas Inventory reporting year is 2018. Colombia has a 50 million inhabitants spread over an area of 2 million square kilometers. Our country is located in a privileged geographical position with a great diversity of ecosystems, including glaciers, moorlands, forests, wetlands, and mangroves, which allow for a wide diversity of species. According to the International Monetary Fund, the size of the Colombian economy ranks the 42nd place in terms of its gross domestic product. The country faces several impacts in terms of climate change. Certainly, the country faces challenges such as rising temperatures, decreasing rainfall, and rising sea levels that are just some of the impacts felt in the country, affecting its natural and socioeconomic system. A series of regulatory and institutional arrangements have been established to manage climate change information and to comply with the UNFCCC reporting requirements. At the national level, IDEAN oversees the preparation of the biennial update report and coordinates all the stakeholders in the process. Policymakers, they contribute to the finance and management of climate action measures. Implementation partners, they contribute to the administration, management, and monitoring of the GEF resource. Data providers, they produce data on emission reduction, greenhouse gas mitigation action, needs, and support. The National Climate Change Information System, created under our National Climate Change Law in 2018, and the National Climate Change Policy created the monitoring, reporting, and verification system of mitigation action. This system aims to analyze and report greenhouse gas emissions, track the progress of mitigation action in the country, and climate finance. Additionally, the MRB system includes forest monitoring system, the National Emission Reduction Registry, the Greenhouse Gas Accounting System, and the National Greenhouse Gas Inventory System. Our country has adopted climate change planning instruments to comply with the nationally determined contribution by 2030 and achieve the decarbonization of the Colombian economy by 2050 and prioritize adaptation measures to address the impact of the climate change. Colombia has been implementing the Colombian Low Carbon Development Strategy, the National Climate Change Adaptation Plan, the Strategy for Deforestation Control, the National Disaster Risk Management Plan, among other strategies and plans. In addition, Colombia has been formulating and designing carbon price instruments such as the Program of Tradable Greenhouse Gas Emission, quotas, and the carbon tax. The third BUR of Colombia report the National Greenhouse Gas Inventory by 2018 with a total over 300,000 gigagrams of CO2 equivalent, representing 0.4% of the global greenhouse gas emission. The sector which most contributed to the greenhouse gas emission in Colombia are the follow sector with a 59% and energy with a 31%. Deforestation with a 33% and dairy fermentation with a 14%, transportation with an 11% and energy industry with a 7% are the most carbon-intensive subcategories in the country. The Greenhouse Gas Time Series from 1990 to 2018 presents a 34.7% growth in the greenhouse gas emission, and the update of the time series considers several methodological adjustments due to the updating of global warming potential and the estimation of country-specific emission factors among the agriculture and livestock sector. In terms of mitigation policies and measures, Colombia in 2015 presented its first nationally determined contribution, proposing in a target of 20% of emission reduction. 5 years later, after a stakeholder process will update and expand the ambition to the maximum emission target of 169.44 million tons of CO2 equivalent in 2030, meaning a 51% reduction target compared to the projected emission by 2030. Additionally, the NDC proposed a carbon neutral target mid-century. The mitigation main actions included as part of comprehensive sectoral climate change management plans include energy efficiency improvement, energy demand management, renewable energy sources, fossil fuels substitution to biofuels, sustainable construction, sustainable urban and territorial development, and implementation of cleaner technologies in the industry. As of 2018, the country has 61 projects registered under the Clean Development Mechanism of the Kyoto Protocol. The activities involve energy generation with renewable sources, reforestation, energy efficiency in industry, transport systems, and biogas capture in landfills. Besides, the national carbon tax seeks to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in the country and internalize the social costs associated with climate change, while it generates local co-benefits. The Climate Finance Monitoring, Reporting and Verification System is a tool to identify and manage the climate finance resources related to mitigation and adaptation actions in Colombia. According to the information reported by this system, $459.7 million has been received in Colombia for the development of 206 initiatives, where $233.6 million were allocated to 98 initiatives covering adaptation and mitigation activities. $119.1 million was committed to 69 initiatives for adaptation activities, and $106.8 million were allocated for the implementation of mitigation actions. Finally, funding for the preparation of the Colombia Third Biennial Update Report was $352,000 from the Global Environment Facilitative executed by the United Nations Development Program and Foundation Natura in Colombia. The needs identified by the country include issues associated with the periodic generation of reports, to maintain a permanent and constant technical staff over time, and to create institutional agreements to ensure information flows and data collection. Similarly, it is necessary to support the education and awareness-raising process among the stakeholders and at the national level to take decisions and use the information reported. Regarding to the national greenhouse gas inventory, it is necessary to develop and implement a platform for the management, calculation, reporting, and access of greenhouse gas inventories. In addition, the country report needs in 25 measures included in its NDC for mitigation activities related to livestock, coffee production, sugarcane production, refrigeration system, waste and wastewater management, energy efficiency, transportation, fertilizer production, cement production, and supply center for manufacturing industries. Concerning adaptation, Colombia requests support for the development of 132 initiatives associated with the development and technology transfer, capacity building, communication, and data management in the energy, transportation, environment, agriculture, industry, waste, health, and housing sector. Colombia has reported under the Convention since 2001 3 national communication and 3 biennial update reports. For the transition to the enhanced transparent framework of the Paris Agreement, the country has been implementing since 2022 the resources funds from the Capacity Building Initiative for the Transparency, CBET. With a budget of $3.7 million, the country aims to enhance the technical capacities in the monitoring, reporting, and verification of greenhouse gas emissions. For the implementation of the enhanced transparency framework in Colombia, The National Climate Change Information System of Colombia, created by Law 2169 of 2021, provides transparent and consistent data and information over time for decision-making related to climate change management. At the national level, we are working on increasing the data analysis and quality of the information of this system to comply with the enhanced transparency framework of the Paris Agreement. Additionally, the Committee for Technical and Scientific Information of Climate Change, led by IDEAN, works on the design and dissemination of guidelines, methodologies, and strategies to produce climate change information and to support the preparation of reports to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. The country has been implementing with the CBIT project the implementation of the Greenhouse Gas National Inventory System, the improvement of data quality for the energy and affluent sector, among other transparency actions to strengthen the institutional framework of the National Climate Change Information System. Colombia is working on a timely and high-quality national greenhouse gas inventory for the first biennial transparency report that complies with the modalities, procedures, and guidelines of the Paris Agreement. Likewise, regarding adaptation, the country has been developing the integrated system on information of vulnerability and risks and updated climate change scenarios. Thank you for your attention.
Colombia, potencia de la vida.